Take a sip.
Take a sip.
That would be.
We should do that
We
segment.
should do like a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like take a sip of whatever beverage you're drinking.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated. 2018.
Stay hydrated with a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Ooh.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers to that.
We're back.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy 2018. Here we are. We're doing it.
Yay. Takes three.
It takes three of us to get together to do this podcast.
Yeah.
And bring it to your
And if
listening
one
ears.
is not here, we don't do the podcast.
Yeah. And now the three of us are together.
Yes.
The three best friends that anyone can.
Let's go skip in a meadow when it gets warm out.
Yes.
When it gets warm out, when's that going to be?
When's that?
Oh,
Because-
it'll be here. I'm loving the winter, guys.
Are you?
I am. I'm
She's
totally
my
bad.
cold buddy. What happened?
New phone. Who did?
This is the thing. I am embracing the cold. Like I said, it's menstrual period for winter.
You're right.
I mean, the menstrual cycle, Mother Nature's menstrual cycle. I like the clothing.
I do like.
This
the
is what it
clothing of
is. Why
winter.
complain?
You're right.
True.
I'm complaining less,
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm embracing the snow days. I'm like, let's bring it on so
Me
I
too.
don't have to go to work.
I know.
No,
I
me
don't-
too. Yeah.
I don't want
By
to
far
adult
the laziest
today.
person.
I know.
I have been so lazy in
I've been
2018.
very lazy.
I need to
just
snap out of it.
The snooze button in the morning. I can't. As I'm at work, all I think about is how
You want
as
to
soon as I get home, I'm ripping my bra off.
Yep.
I'm putting on my PJs, and I'm literally dive bombing onto my couch.
Yeah. I know. I
That's
can't
all I
wait.
think about.
As soon as I open my eyes in the morning, I'm like, I can't wait to be back here.
I know. I can't wait to
I
be
know.
right back here in this
But
spot.
it's kind of nice if you embrace that and you're like, you know what? This is the winter. We're supposed to operate slower
That's true.
and hibernate. And I am like embracing that feeling. I'm like, okay, this is who I am right now. It's great.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll do
Embrace-
that with you.
Embrace
Yeah.
your hibernation and the feeling because you want to be cozy.
Yeah.
I always want to be cozy.
Me too.
Always.
Always.
Goals. Coziness.
See, right now I'm just thinking, man, I can't wait to go home and go to bed.
I know.
I know.
I can't wait. It's
It's
so
always
excited.
like the main goal is bed. End game bed.
I know when your head hits that pillow, game over.
I
It's the
wish I
best.
could like absorb my sleep more. Like be like, yes, I'm like in it. I'm
I
in
know.
my sleep. This
And
is
you're
the
just so
best.
excited.
But you can't. You're just sleeping.
That's okay. All right. So lesson for today is to embrace the cold
Embrace
weather.
cold.
Unless you live somewhere tropical or you're in Australia right now, fuck you. Yeah. It's been a cold one.
It's
It's
been pretty
pipes
cold.
are freezing
Yeah.
places.
I mean,
my front door was frozen this
couldn't
morning.
open my car door this morning.
Yeah, my car door as well.
the Bralist podcast that I follow, the host, she said schools were closed in Florida because it was too cold.
Yeah.
What?
I believe
Yeah.
that.
And I mean, they got snow in Nashville.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like
That's-
they shut down everything.
Yeah, North
But global
Carolina.
warming, it doesn't exist.
No.
No. The earth is fine. We're fine.
No, we're fine. We're
Everything is
fine.
fine.
No problems.
Did you guys see the other day how that nuclear missile warning went
Yeah,
off?
that was
in
crazy.
Hawaii, though?
Actually, one of the drug reps that comes in, she was on vacation with her husband there, and
What did
she
they
was
do?
she was on a run early in the morning.
Who
and,
runs on vacation?
I know, right? I guess
Sister,
because she
she's
felt
a
like they weren't
nutcase.
doing anything else, and she
Save that for later.
I
You're in Hawaii.
know. I guess like
You eat shaved ice and you
maybe,
lay on the
like,
beach.
Her husband was sleeping. I
Nothing
don't
to
know.
do. I'll go for a run.
And she was running on the beach, and her phone went off, and she got the alert, and she ran back to the hotel, and her husband's like, "Yeah, I got the alert too." And they're like, "Oh my god, I don't know what to do." They called home to their kids and like told their kids they love them.
Oh my
and
God, that's
yeah,
horrible.
Yeah, only to like a couple hours later to find out that
It was like 30 minutes later they
Yeah.
posted, oops,
Oops, never
Sorry.
mind. You guys are fine.
false alert. There's no missile about to kill
these
you.
poor people.
Especially with all the
Whole
shit with like
state.
North Korea. Like if I got that, I don't even know. But this morning on the
It was
radio,
in all caps. Too.
yeah,
Did you
they were
see it?
talking about it, and it's like, what would you do if you got that message? I feel like I would just be like pacing around.
Right,
I feel like I
what do
wouldn't
you
do
do?
anything realistic or functionable. Like, and people were I was thinking, I was like, there's probably people that wear those what are they called? The
The end of the world.
the end of the world
Like-
preppers
Mhm.
that like have bunks.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I could just picture them being like, this is it. This is the moment I've planned for.
Right.
This is what I've been working for
Yeah.
years. People have made fun of me, and they ran into that bunker and they're still there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they don't know that everything's
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That's probably true.
Yeah. But I thought that was nuts.
I know. What
so
what
scary.
what do you do at that
What do you,
moment?
I don't
I would be in shock, and then I'd be like if I was at work, like it's like let's say we all were at work,
right.
I'd be like, I think we'd all be like, well, shit, bye, and go
Right.
home. I mean, if I'm gonna,
Right.
And how long if
Yeah,
a missile's
how-
on its way? So it's like, hey, there's a missile strike
it's like,
inbound.
how long do I have?
It's like,
until-
well,
have?
where's it coming from? What do
how
you
long
do?
does it take to reach the destination?
Right.
Yeah.
Do we know that? Do scientists know that? Like,
Probably.
depending on where you are in the
Where-
state, this is what it could be.
Right.
I-
I don't know.
I
Well,
don't
now
see
I'm-
why.
Now we
Maybe.
gotta do research.
Yeah,
We gotta talk to someone over at NASA or something.
man. If my life ended at the Green Dog,
I know.
Even if your life ends at work, you're just like, fuck, man.
yeah.
It's not a good way to go.
Oh man.
I don't want that. But I
It's
mean,
very scary thing.
at least it was and then it happened again somewhere else
Yes,
in Japan. No,
No,
Japan.
I
right?
believe so because I saw that.
it happened again. There was like, I'm like, this is gonna be like The Boy Who Cried Wolf,
Yep.
and now there's gonna be a real nuclear
And
like
no one's gonna
missile
do
strike, and
anything.
everyone's gonna be like, Psh, it's just a JK, and then we're all gonna go up in a mushroom cloud.
Yep.
Maybe
was-
that's the plan.
It was. Oh no. Yep. A false North Korea missile, or it was Japan.
Yeah, it was Japan. Hello. How does that? Whose job is it to
Right.
set that alert?
Wasn't it a shift change for the Hawaii and someone pressed the wrong button? It was like
I'm
workers
just
shift
picturing,
Why
change.
is
like-
that button near like the other buttons though?
I'm just
Like,
picturing-
right. Move the button.
Move the
right.
button
I'm
away.
picturing it like there's like a red gnarly button
right, like don't press
with
this
like the
button.
little glass cover that you have to
Exactly.
open up.
Exactly.
And I'm like, how did someone? Maybe someone was like drunk at work, and they're like, I wonder.
Yeah, or like let's just fuck
I
with the
don't
world
know.
for a little
I
bit.
wonder what happens if we actually push the
I
button.
mean, that person gets fired, right?
100%.
I would hope so.
Probably
It
in
was an
jail too.
accident.
Oh my bad.
I'm sorry.
I'm hopeful that this button is nowhere where it could have been an accident, but I mean clearly it was.
It have to
Clearly.
be. though.
Clearly it was. It's just mind-boggling.
Someone just testing buttons.
Not good.
I don't know, but that was fucking nuts. I thought that was crazy. I was like, that's horrible to go through that. Just like the sheer, lots of gray hairs on Hawaii
Yeah.
Yeah.
this week. A lot of gray hair.
Right?
Yeah.
But-
Should we say our names?
Oh,
Oh, I'm Ingrid.
I'm Liss.
Michelle.
And
if you didn't know that
this is
already,
It Takes
but-
Three, and clearly It Takes Three is just us talking about anything and everything.
Just to check
Like
in. So you know our
accidental
voices.
missile strikes.
Yeah, whatever
And-
we feel like talking about. And today we're going to talk about some funny / weird /
Crazy.
crazy 911 phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to drop our cocktail of the week.
Please do.
It's the Chop Shop wine. It's not the Chop Shop.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just Chop Shop.
Chop shop.
Wine. Cabernet Sauvignon.
It is, and it's from
Delicious. Wink.
Wink.
It's awesome.
yeah. It's a very delish.
So smooth.
So smooth, so lovely. Goes down like butter.
Butter.
Sure.
Yeah.
It could go down like butter. There's no. It's
Go
just
down
very
like,
smooth.
What's that saying? Is it butter?
Mm.
Goes down like
smooth like butter.
smooth like butter.
Goes down like
Down
You're
like.
not really drinking butter.
No.
So down like
Wait. Smooth
gravy?
like butter. Down like gravy.
Mm.
goes
Smooth
down
as
like
silk.
It goes down like Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
something.
We don't know the slogan, but
Wait, down like water?
water.
Isn't it down like
Vodka?
some vodka? No.
No.
Smooth like
Wine would go down like wine.
Right. Goes down like.
Smooth
Maybe
like
it's like goes down like water.
maybe.
Like if you have vodka.
yeah.
Why
down
am I
like water.
associating vodka with
I
that?
don't know.
Goes,
'Cause they're
this goes
clear?
down like water. Probably.
Yeah, they're both clear.
Maybe. Who knows?
Whatever.
Anyway,
You guys
speaking
let us
of-
know if you know that saying.
Yeah.
Because clearly we don't,
don't
know,
know it.
shit.
We don't know it.
But yeah, so we're gonna share some crazy, funny, silly, stupid, et cetera, 911 calls.
Yeah.
Because
We got this idea. You gave us this idea.
Ingrid. I think she gave it to us.
Me?
You were
Was it one
talking-
that Seth sent us, maybe? Or did I
Oh,
come
don't
up?
know.
I don't
Hi,
know.
Seth, though.
Yeah, hi, Seth.
Shout out to
Thanks for
Seth, our number
listening.
one homie.
We love you, Seth. We love all of your ideas.
Yeah, he sends us a bunch, so thank you for being the backbone of this podcast. We would be nothing without you.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was inspired though because have you guys had to call 911?
I did. Yeah, I'm.
No.
Yes, but not for like emergent. I mean, like patients that like we think are having strokes in the office, but they're fine.
Oh.
It's like, oh, JK,
It's
they're
like
fine.
someone will like they'll check and their symptoms of the eye will be like you're stroking, but the patient's like actually fine.
Oh.
So he legally has to call the ambulance.
Oh.
It's only happened to us maybe like 3 times.
What do they see in the eye that makes it?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess it could be different, all different types of things.
I
But
didn't know that was like a
you
thing.
can tell a lot. You can tell if you have MS from your eyes.
Really?
Yeah. It's
I
crazy.
feel like I should get my eyes checked.
Everyone should get their eyes checked.
I mean, I go to the regular,
Yeah.
like get my glasses.
If
type
you
thing.
don't have a history of, like glaucoma in your family, or if you don't have a history, I mean,
should be good.
You should be okay. But, everyone should get their eyes checked. Just at least once.
Public
Just
service
one time.
announcement.
Public service.
It takes 3.
It
Please
takes
just
recommends.
do me a favor and just go get your
Get
eyes
your
checked.
eyes checked.
Get your eyes dilated. Let them look at the eye and make sure everything's okay. That's all.
All right.
Just like any other body part.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
I gotta go.
See you later. We're gonna get our eyes checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had to call 3 times, twice recently.
Yeah.
Once the other day, I had to call because there was some sketchy guy, clearly on drugs.
Yeah, you should tell everyone about this.
Yeah, there was a sketchy guy. Clearly, he was on heroin or something because he was like screeching, making weird. He looked like someone from The Walking Dead, just not rotten.
That's crazy.
Like his body movements, like it was like all those stupid videos you see on Facebook. Like, look at this heroin person at the grocery store or whatever. And he ended up going into the apartment that we rent, and I was like, fuck that. I don't want this crazy guy anywhere. So I did call the police, and they came like in 3 minutes.
Wow.
That's
4 of
awesome.
them.
There's
Beautiful men, all of them. I was like, wow.
You're like, hey, how you doing?
Hey. And then another time I had to call. This is just going to make me sound like I live in a horrible area, but
Well.
there was,
It's not great.
it's not the best, but I heard a gunshot down the street.
Yeah,
and I was
we
like-
have that a lot. by
Yeah.
us.
And I was like, that was definitely a gunshot because there was like a party going on. And as soon as the gunshot happened, there was cars all parked down the street. Everyone came running, got into their cars and left. And I was
Wow.
like, yeah, there was definitely a gunshot. So I remember I had to call for that. But that was really it.
I remember you telling us.
Yeah.
that.
Fun times at my house. Lit.
Lit call
But they weren't,
911.
I never, thank God, had to call like,
An emergent.
like,
oh my God.
like I'm hiding in my closet because someone broke
Right.
in and,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, luckily, thank goodness.
Yeah, seriously. But we are going to do some stories. So who wants to go first? As we all stare at each
Don't
other.
all jump up at
Don't everyone
once.
jump up at once.
Well, I'm going to take a sip of wine.
Okay, so I could read off. I have some funny
Okay.
ones that I found on this article. I'm gonna put my cup down. Sorry if it's loud. I do not have wine. I have tea because I am on Whole30. So
Fun.
if anyone is doing that or is curious, tweet me, please.
Yeah, give
Yeah.
her a little tweet.
Mhm.
Tweet. Little tweet-a-rooski.
Well, I'm gonna read some funny.
911 calls.
Okay.
Because sometimes they are funny.
Sometimes they are funny. I mean, it would be pretty traumatizing, I think, if we read some of the really
No,
traumatizing.
when we
911
started doing
calls.
research for this, because YouTube, you can dive into some weird shit
yeah,
on YouTube.
they have
just
like
saying.
bone chilling, clips.
horrifying.
I'm like, oh
like,
no,
and you just
no.
hear these people like,
screaming. It's
Ugh.
just bad.
no, we didn't want to dive into that part of the.
No, let's keep it light.
Let's keep it light and
Yeah.
fluff, like us.
Exactly. All right. I didn't really proofread all of these. I wanted to be raw reactions to what I was reading. So
Sounds good.
Okay.
I hope they're funny.
It's the super serious ones.
Yeah, and we're just like, ooh.
This one's
his
called
head gets cut off.
But the Poor Deer. The caller says, a deer just swam across the river behind my house. Wait, what does it say me? Me, okay? Caller. Well, I'm worried it might be cold.
It's the 911
I guess
operators.
Yeah.
I think this was people who are 911 operators
Yeah.
are telling their
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
So she says, me, well, there is nothing we can do about a deer being cold. Didn't it run off after swimming the river? The caller says, yes. And then she says, well, ma'am, it's a wild animal, and I guess it's going to be fine. And the caller just says, okay.
Aw, she was concerned about the
She was concerned
deer.
about the deer.
Kind of sweet.
It was a little sweet.
This 911
Wait.
caller says, dispatcher says, we had an old woman call in and say there was 2 guys dressed in blue trying to break in her house and rape her.
Oh.
So we sent about 6 cop cars over to her house. It turns out it was the gas company reading her gas meter.
Oh.
Yeah.
She thought they were trying. Like she automatically.
She
Oh,
thought
you
they
know
were-
what? Actually, I do have a 911 story. When my grandma was actually living with us, when she first moved in, when we moved into our new condo, we, in the middle of the night, had this knock at the door, and the doorbell rang, and like I'm a very light sleeper, so my eyes opened, and I'm like, why am I awake, kind of thing, and I
Yeah.
heard my mom go downstairs because it woke her up as well, and there was a little old lady at my front door at like 3:00 in the morning, talking to my grandma, saying like, they're after me, and she had no shoes on. She ran down the block, and my mom, we called 911, and the police came, and I guess like her nurse then came after her and was like, she has dementia.
Oh.
She doesn't know, where she is, and she thought that someone was coming up. She thought someone was breaking into her house, and I guess what happened was that she actually went out the window of her condo.
Oh my god.
I mean, luckily it was a first floor condo, but
Yeah.
she went out the window and thought someone was in her house. How sad is that?
Aw.
Not to like make it sad, but like that was something that actually happened to me.
Yeah.
And we had to call 911, and this poor like little old lady.
Yeah,
like, the
you never
cop,
know.
Like, my mom gave her shoes. My mom like gave
Poor-
her the shoes, and the
poor
nurse the
thing.
next day brought her the shoes back. Brought my mom the shoes back.
Aw.
I don't have a 911. I have my mom and Sam's 911 story.
Oh, this
Oh
is a
my God,
really
it's so
funny
good.
You know this
story.
story?
Yes, it's so
Should
good.
I still?
Yes.
We
it's
can
so
relive
funny.
it?
Yeah.
It is a good one.
Okay, so I wasn't a part of this, but I LOL
Yes.
the next day when I
We
heard
all
this
did.
We
story.
all LOL'd.
So I think it was 3:00 in the morning, and my sister's boyfriend is a little absent-minded,
Mm-hmm.
and he has 2 phones at the time. He had his personal phone, and then he had his work phone. And so he left his personal phone in my sister's house. He left for the night. Turns out he needed his other phone. He couldn't get back into the house because it was very late. So in his mind, he decided to throw a soccer ball to my sister's window. In the middle of the night, just throw it. And my sister is the most, I love you, Sam, if you're listening, but you are very paranoid. And I would be too.
Yeah.
And she's afraid, and she's looking out the window. She doesn't want to look out the window in case she makes eye contact.
Meanwhile, it's a second story window.
It's a second
everyone.
story
so it's
window.
not like
They're right out.
in the
there.
movies when you look out through the blinds and someone's standing right there.
Right.
Not possible.
And all you
Right.
hear is, and she's
I
afraid.
feel like it's a louder thud because
Yeah.
it's a soccer ball. So it's like
Right.
a boom, like on
Right.
your window. Shitting.
So her first thought is, let me go to the kitchen and get a knife. She wakes up my mom. My mom doesn't think to look outside either, and they call the cops. The cops take forever to get there. My mom finally goes downstairs and looks out and sees it's Bobby throwing a soccer ball at the window. And then my mom had to call the cops and be like,
JK.
it was my sister's
well,
boyfriend.
I mean, why were they what if someone was trying to get into the house and
Why
it
did
wasn't
they
Bobby
take so
throwing a
long?
soccer ball?
That
What
is
took
true.
so long?
but
Do you know what your mom said when she called? There's a thud outside our window.
Just a thud.
I think she said like there's someone trying to break in. And we hear a noise and we're afraid and we're two women and blah, blah, who
Right,
knows,
yeah.
right? But I'm like, the two of you didn't think to
Just look out the window.
And then my sister locked herself in her bedroom.
Yeah.
She's
she's like they couldn't get in to me
Right.
that way.
like,
or
right, that her
something.
the way she configured
I'm
it.
like, well, if they get in,
but she had a
they're-
knife with her.
Right.
Bobby didn't think to call the house on his other phone. He didn't want to wake anyone up.
Right.
But thudding
So he
onto
throws
the
the soccer ball.
over and over into the window won't wake anybody up.
right.
Then what's the point of doing the soccer ball if you don't want to wake anybody up?
Right. He just thought he would wake Sam up
Just
lightly.
wake Sam up.
Lightly.
No, it's
Know
not.
your audience.
Right.
Yeah,
know
it's
your
like,
audience.
oh, what is that loud thud repeatedly
must-
hitting
Could
my
it
window?
be my boyfriend?
Could it be Bobby?
He probably locked himself out and needs his phone.
Let me let him in.
It was just a good story.
You could have at least done pebbles like they do in the movies.
There's so
Not a
many
huge-
options that could.
Not a huge soccer ball.
He's like, let me go to my car. He plays soccer. Let me get my soccer ball. I mean, imagine if
'Cause,
the
like,
neighbors were
You
out
throw
'cause they live in a
little, yeah,
condo.
you throw little pebbles. It's like little tick.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like,
Doop.
no, a huge
Yeah,
soccer
no.
ball. Just no, Bobby.
Maybe I should tell that story at their wedding.
Yeah.
That's a
That
good
would
one.
be
But
a
I'll
funny one.
refine it.
Yeah,
Maybe put some.
Get some good
Little-
deets in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead,
Anyway.
guys. It's a funny 911
Sorry.
story.
Let's hope the rest are funny. This one's called I'm Not Crazy. I've been in the 911 biz for over 22 years.
Ooh.
If a caller starts the call with, I swear I'm not crazy, then you need to buckle up for some insanity. A guy started a call with those words after escaping from his apartment and running to the closest 7-Eleven. Yes, 7-Eleven. He swore that his roommates were turning into giant crabs. They were going to show. I guess they were going to show the officers that they were currently in giant cocoons transforming. As you might expected, he was tripping balls.
Yeah.
Clearly,
I'm assuming most of these people are tripping balls. This one says,
except
"Oh my
for
god,
the Bambi lover.
Oh, I know.
She just
Oh my
really was
god,
a
it's
Bambi
a
lover.
squirrel." My mom works as a 911 operator. She got a call one time from a girl in gym class at a local high school. She was in a panic and completely serious, saying that there was a squirrel on top of the telephone pole at the school and it wasn't coming down.
Aww.
Oh.
Cute.
This one says, "Don't throw pizza at people, kids." Had a drunk person call to report he has been harassed. Truth was, he was being arrested by our officers for throwing a pizza at people. All I heard
waste.
in the right? Why would you waste a good pizza? All I heard in the background was one of my officers saying to him, "That better not be our dispatcher on the phone," followed by some muffled talking and my officer talking to taking the phone and saying, "He will be taking a ride with us now," and hung up. Still laugh about it till this day. Also had a drunk woman call 911 because she couldn't remember her phone passcode.
Because that's the only thing you can do is call 911 when you're locked out of your
it's
phone.
True.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Why did it take? They can break into your phone. I thought. Remember when there was like, what was it, the San Bernardino in California, and like Apple couldn't break into the.
I don't remember
I'm
that.
mixing up facts here.
I don't
You
know.
might
I'm
be,
just
but I
saying,
don't-
like, if your phone is locked out, like,
Right,
you
you
can't
can-
make any calls, but
you can take a
call.
picture, though.
Oh yeah,
I
you
don't know.
can call
Yeah,
nine.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
can call
Yeah, yeah.
911 and you can take a picture.
Yeah.
Of you
That's
very
it.
911.
very important.
Very
still.
important.
Do you guys want to read some of yours? And I'll go.
Sure.
We can, like, go back.
This one is titled, Elderly Woman Calls Cops to Report That She Heard Her Neighbor Screaming, ISIS is good, ISIS is great, while having sex. So pretty much an 82-year-old woman called Brown Deer Police Sunday night requesting police because she heard someone chanting, ISIS is good, ISIS is great, while having sex. The incident took place in the 4400 block of Dean Road. Police advised the woman to call back if she heard the chanting again. And then Twitter kind of went on a field day with it. And they said, people were like, they're probably saying, is it good?
Yeah.
Is it nice?
Right.
But the old woman heard, ISIS
This
is
is
good.
good.
ISIS. Yeah. So I
Must be
doubt,
screaming really loud.
I doubt that.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, she's 82. She probably was just like, why aren't people having sex? You know, when they put like the little cup on the wall. But yeah, I doubt they were screaming about ISIS.
Hopefully not.
Where's this? Hold on. I had one that was really funny. Oh. Loading. This one's called 9-1 dumb instead of 911. Clever. Huffington Post. Woman calls cops to gripe about pot dealer. Duh.
Of
We'd probably do things differently next time. A Florida woman who allegedly attempted to buy $75 worth of marijuana only to be shorted the full amount decided this was a matter for the authorities. Police in Fort Myers said Aaron Klitsch, 36, called 911 on Saturday demanding something be done about the slipshod sativa sale, according to television reports. The wheels of justice turned quickly, and when officers arrived, Click was waiting outside, still speaking with dispatchers about being shortchanged on her Chiba. After Klitsch told the officers that the dealer inside took her money, she was arrested and put in a patrol car for misusing 911.
Naturally.
She was later released on $3,000 bond.
I saw a YouTube clip of a kid who called 911 and was like, "Hi, I just have a question. I'm growing marijuana right now. How much will it take for me to be arrested? Like, how much can I grow without getting in trouble?" And the woman's like, "You're growing marijuana?" He's like, "Yes." Like, how much of it is like illegal? How much? She's like, "All of it, sir." And he's like, "No, but like how much?" Like, he didn't get it. So then he calls from like his house phone. So the police go to his house and they arrest him.
That's
and he
so
like,
silly.
the police said that he got out. He was like, gave them both like middle fingers up, like, "Fuck you guys." Like, stupid kid. Just funny.
This one's titled, 2-year-old girl calls 911 for help putting on pants.
Oh, the kid ones are probably so cute.
Yeah. Aaliyah Ryan shouldn't have called 911 just because she couldn't put on her pants, but the Greenville County Sheriff's Department in South Carolina is willing to let it slide this time. Aaliyah's just 2 and didn't see any other options when she had the close call on Wednesday. Dispatch actually gave us a call and they said it sounded like a baby on the phone and it was basically a 911 hang-up call. Lannis said. Lannis was sent out to investigate the situation just to be safe. When she got there, an elderly man answered the door, completely bewildered and unaware of any call to the police.
Aww.
I show up and her grandfather opens the door and she just comes up around the side of him and says, "Hey!" Then I look down and she's only got one pant leg on. Aaliyah had somehow gotten one of her pant legs flopped over and inside out. There was like no way she was going to figure it out, Lannis told the website. She has 2 younger sisters and knew what to do. So I sit down on the stairs and help her put her pants on. And then she proceeds to ask me to pick her up and hug her. And that would be the best part of my shift today.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, she wanted a hug.
Meanwhile, Grandpa had the inevitable task of explaining the situation to Aaliyah's mother.
Yeah.
Pebbles, who was at work when the call was made. "My dad gave me a call, was just like, 'Your daughter just called the police on me,'" Ryan told ABC News. Then he said Aaliyah wouldn't let the cop leave and was too busy hugging her.
Oh,
That was a cute one.
That's really cute.
You want to read a few, Michelle?
Oh, sure. The teen who called police after finding a massive freaking spider on her couch.
Oh my God.
Oregon teen called 911 to report an intruder in her house, but rather than a brazen thief, it turned out to be a massive freaking spider. In the amusing emergency call, the frantic teen says that she starts by saying, I just kind of have a ridiculous question. She explains how she discovered a baseball-sized spider getting comfortable on a piece of furniture in her room in the family's residence. The teen estimated that the spider was the size of a baseball and said it was similar to a tarantula. The 911 dispatcher contemplated on how to handle the situation and finally agreed to have an officer contact the teen. When the officer arrived at the house, he reported the spider was about 2 inches in diameter and disposed it with an old-fashioned rolled-up paper.
Oh my God.
Imagine.
That reminds me of that Craigslist post that we read.
The pet spider one?
Yeah, like I need a home for my pet spider.
Maybe that's the pet spider and it got away.
Oh, we created such a nice little story for this spider.
But now it's dead.
Yeah.
It's the end.
That's
Rest in
true.
peace, Todd.
A Todd. This one, the woman who called 911 and asked cops to come out and scare the shit out of her kids.
Oh my God.
This wasn't the lesson that she was going for. A Florida mother was arrested after allegedly calling 911 and asking the officers to come out and scare the shit out of my kids. Dispatchers say that Melissa Townsend from Brevard County explained that her kids ages 1 and 3 were not listening to me, and they need to learn respect, and they need to learn people in law enforcement and otherwise are to have authority. They need to learn that lesson.
You need to have authority as a
and
mother.
1 and 3?
1 and
One
3.
and 3.
The dispatcher said, "We don't come out and scare kids." When the police responded to the call, they say the 27-year-old mother was drunk and kicked an officer in the crotch several times. She then was taken into custody, according to the county's office, and charged with child neglect, battery on an officer, resisting an officer without without violence and 3 counts of probation violation.
Well, that ended well for her.
Speaking
That's
of,
crazy.
did you, just to talk about something current, did you hear about the story about the couple that was torturing their 13 kids?
Yes.
Did
and
you?
they
No,
were
I
found
didn't.
bound up.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up an article that gives some details because this is fucking crazy. You didn't hear about this? Liss? Okay.
I don't
insane.
listen to the news.
This is
This is the latest. This was
terrible.
posted 3 hours ago. So, horrific details emerge as the Paris parents accused of holding 13 kids captive are charged with torture. So, a couple in Paris, California, shackled their children for years. The abuse escalated from neglect to torture over time, prosecutors said Thursday. Formal charges were announced Thursday against the parents accused of abusing their 13 children inside their home. David and Louise were each charged with multiple felonies of torture, child abuse, abuse of dependent adults, and false imprisonment. So pretty much what they were doing, they had 13 children ranging in ages 2 to 29 who were captives in the house. They underwent years of abuse and starvation. They were shackled to their beds. They were forced to sleep during the day and were awake only at night. He said that the teenage girl who escaped from the house, who was 17, alerted the police about the conditions inside, and
They're all their children.
All
They're
their children, yeah.
Wow.
and they said, it's not in this article, but I remember reading, they said the 29-year-old was like 89 pounds or something,
Oh
like
my
85
goodness.
pounds. And they thought she was like 13 or something like that. Like,
Did you see
Whoa.
they showed pictures of like when the couple renewed their vows a lot
oh yeah,
and all of the children were dressed exactly
same.
like and no
Ooh,
smile.
like
I mean,
Yeah.
and the neighbors like
yeah.
they were shocked too.
And the teen that escaped said that they were working on a plan to escape this abuse for more than 2 years.
Whoa.
The parents would buy food for themselves but not allow the children to eat it. The couple would buy apple pies that only he and his wife ate and toys that sat unopened. The children were barely allowed to bathe and had not seen a doctor in 4 years. None of them had ever been to a dentist. If the children washed their hands above their wrists, they were accused of playing with water and would be chained up. They were shackled and fed on a set schedule. The parents are charged with 12 counts of torture. Although
did
they're,
they say what the parents like had to say about this? Like,
I don't
why?
think I don't
my
think no one's
God.
there. They're just in jail right now.
gross.
There were 13 children. The parents are charged with 12 counts of torture, although there were 13 children because the 2-year-old was getting enough to eat.
What?
Yeah. Many of the children did not know what a police officer was or what medications or pills were, he said. They are all hospitalized and extremely malnourished. Several have cognitive impairment and
I'm sure.
neuropathy from sustained physical abuse.
Oh
Yeah,
my
like they were all
God.
homeschooled, air quotes.
Well, probably
But
not
like,
taught anything.
no, and most of them probably never left that house before. So they don't know anything in the real
right.
world.
So it's crazy that they actually knew that this was like bad behavior then.
yeah,
And like they were making a plan to escape for 2 years.
2 years.
Like, why 2 years ago? Like,
well,
why not before? Why
right.
not? It's crazy.
They
Yeah.
probably realized they couldn't get out at a certain time.
Yeah.
So they were trying
Apparently,
finagling different things.
the abuse started with the family when they lived in Texas. At the time, the parents lived apart from the children and dropped off food for them from time to time. They lived in Texas for 17 years before moving to California. The abuse and severe neglect intensified over time and intensified as they moved to California. Someone must have seen something. Someone must have noticed something. We need your help. At first, they tied the children with ropes. After one was able to escape the ropes, they started using chains and padlocks to keep them from leaving their beds. The children were allowed to write in journals, which Hestron said would probably be important to understanding the extent of the abuse. They think those journals are going to be strong evidence of what occurred in the home, I'm surprised they can write.
Right, I was gonna say, surprised that they can write, and interesting that the parents let them write about what was happening to them. Then,
Yeah, and the only reason they found out was because the 17-year-old escaped
That's
and called the
amazing.
cops. Like, so
She's so
fucking
lucky.
crazy. But like, when I saw this, I was like, how did no one see anything?
I know.
And I read some reports that like some neighbors said that they would at night like see that during the day they would sleep all day and they were only awake at night, and they would see like them line up their kids outside and like do weird things, and like the neighbors would joke around that they were just like a bunch of weirdos and whatever. But like, you know, they have 13 kids and you never see them ever.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's
Very
weird.
I know, and I thought it was weird again when I saw like the wedding vow renewal images. Like someone took those pictures of them. Like this couple like to renew their vows, and all the children were present. So who took that picture?
Yeah.
Where did that take place? Like
This
you
is the
have to
couple.
notice. It's
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah, fucking nuts.
And to have that many children is just
13, ranging from 29, like our age, to 2.
yeah.
That's
Ooh,
fucking
he's
nuts.
scary looking, the daddy.
Yeah, he's got like a bowl haircut.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Oof. Creepy.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, thank you. Oh, sorry.
I pressed the video by accident.
But I thought that was insane. But I mean, it's still new, but I could see them making a movie about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Like
Mhm.
this is someone's already writing the script.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's fucking crazy.
Mhm.
And then I don't know about you, but especially after Silence of the Lambs, I always wonder like what homes in my neighborhood, like what they're really doing.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like
what
I'm
are you
like I
doing
always
in
think
there?
I'm like, do you have someone captive in the basement? Like ever since I saw that movie, I always think that. I'm always like, you never know what
You never know.
people are up to. And I'm just like, wow.
And it's always the ones that everyone says, "Oh, I would never think of that. They're so sweet. They're so personable."
Well, that's what someone said
And
about
then
this
you're like,
couple.
"What?"
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, they're good Christian people. They would
Yeah.
go to church."
What are they believing?
Clearly, they're not. 'Cause
Clearly,
were
when they go to
torturing-
church, they're praying about something else. I don't
Yeah.
know.
fucking nuts. But
Wow, it's so. The world is such a scary place.
It is.
yeah, so they're like on $9 million bail and like probably going to jail for a very long time.
They need to go to jail for life.
Yeah, for life. I think they got like they didn't get life, but they got like 90
It's
something.
pretty much
Yeah,
life.
pretty much life.
Yeah.
Wow. But hopefully it's not one of those stories where they get parole and like
Oh my
Right?
They get a
Oh
Dan
my
Scott, you
God.
know?
Strapsy.
But I thought that was absolutely insane, and I hope they burn in
Rot.
flames, burn in
Right
rot.
now.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of glazing over this, but I don't know why this one says Merry Christmas. It says
Oh.
Police 911 operator here for 15 years. The stories I have. I've had someone call 911 to know how long to smoke a brisket. I've had someone call 911 to ask what the fines are for a parking ticket. I've had someone call 911 to wish me a Merry Christmas when I was working at 3 a.m. on a Christmas morning. I've had someone call 911 report that their trunk wasn't opening and they wanted to know what to do about it. I've had someone call 911 in a rural area because a black dude was walking down the street, and we don't get that kind here.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
God!
I've worked on 911. I've had people call 911 for weeks after because there were 3 brown guys in a car, and I thought you should know about it. I've had someone call
cannot.
911 because they were lonely about 1,000 times, and many
wow.
more. I've done this for a while. Do people abuse the system? Yeah, sure. But for the most part, I'm happy with how our children are taught to only use 911 if it's a life or death emergency or if there's a crime in progress.
Like I always heard those stories where people call for like dumb shit, like
Mhm.
I can't, my lights aren't turning on. Like,
It's like,
what in your right mind makes you think calling 911? Were these people not taught?
Right.
Like 911 is for
Right.
like hardcore emergencies.
yeah. Like I not that I understand, but I can understand if you're on drugs or if you're drinking. Okay, you're obviously not thinking clearly.
I feel like even if I was
You're like,
trashed,
I
I'd
would
be
never
like,
call 911.
no, we can't call the cops. That's like
I'd be too
I'd be
paranoid.
Yeah,
paranoid.
right.
No.
But some people are like, no, I'm just gonna do it. I wanted to play you guys. I hope I can find it. A clip of this grandmother. She called 911 because she was like, I just don't want to babysit my grandkids anymore.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
LOL'd like out loud. It was like
That
the
is
first one that
me.
made me LOL. She's like, and they interviewed her. She's like, I just don't want to like babysit my grandkids no more. And they're
Oh
like,
my God.
well, you can't call 911 for that. She's like, why?
Why?
No one else is gonna do anything about it.
Oh my God.
I was dying.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't understand how people just let me just pick up this phone and I'm going to call 911. I don't know. I guess we are just so ingrained.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I could never.
And I think
For
if I had
silly-
a problem minus burglar if I was being attacked.
Yeah.
Like, how can I figure this out
Well, there's
without
another-
involving other people?
Well, there's another number to call. You can call the precinct.
right.
And like for like if you need assistance, but it's not like a hardcore emergency. Like actually, when the guy was on drugs, I didn't dial 911. I called the precinct, and then
Yeah.
the dispatcher put me through to someone.
Right,
to
because
get-
it's not like
because it wasn't
life or
like
death.
life or death. Like, but I was like, this should
You're
be
scared,
reported.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking nuts. The world is just nutso.
It is.
Should we?
Should we take a stretch break?
Yeah.
I love it.
That's
Okay.
a great
Stretch break?
idea.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Take a break.
Take a sip.
Take a sip. Break.
Ooh.
It's a wine glass.
Sure is.
That was so nice to send those wine glasses for us.
I
That
know.
was so sweet of her.
So sweet.
Thank you, Kristen.
And
Kristen.
inside of the wine glasses that Kristen has sent us,
We wine?
have new wine,
We got some good old wine.
good wine from Wink. And we are drinking, well, Michelle and I are both partaking in Chop Shop. What's the name?
That's right. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
So French.
Sauvignon.
That's right. Sauvignon.
Sauvignon. But we do have a link in the description down below.
We do. And you will get $20 off your first box, which will include 4 bottles of wine.
Which we did.
Which gets you through a day.
Yeah,
It gets you through a week.
When you're having a day, that's perfect.
absolutely. And it's so much fun because you go to Wink and you fill out your flavor profile and then they decide wines for you. It's so easy. Because you know when you
Yeah.
go to the wine store and you're like,
You don't know what to get.
Yeah.
I'll get my red or get a white. And then you're like sitting there. Or maybe you have your favorites.
Yeah, and
Not
you just
sitting
stick
there,
to what
standing
you
there.
know.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is a,
And then
this
you
is a
wanna
good
choose
way to
something new.
Yeah, this is a good way to be forced to try something different. And when you do the flavor profile, they pretty much send you like this red we liked a lot.
Yeah.
And the labels are so cute
Yeah.
and the bottles are really pretty, and if you are a wine connoisseur, I think you would like it.
I think so too.
So if you click the link below, you'll get $20 off
That's right.
your first 4 bottles.
And it ships right to your door, you said, right?
And it ships for free.
Free,
free.
shipping. So get
Right
4
there.
bottles. Yeah,
I know,
that's
right there.
sold.
4 bottles of wine, free shipping. And we
Hell
got
yeah.
2 reds and 2 whites.
That's
So,
right.
I mean, obviously, you guys can do whatever you
Yeah.
want, but that's a pretty good deal.
so good. So check it out.
Thanks.
Let us know.
clink.
Bye. And we're back. I hope you
Felt
enjoyed
good.
that stretch.
We need to take a stretch break now and then.
Yeah, we
because
do.
Our posture is terrible while recording.
Podcast posture just isn't a thing.
Do you guys take stretch breaks at work? Do you make
Yes.
yourself
Oh,
get
I
up?
get up
Yeah.
like every
I have
5
to get up.
seconds.
Either I like walk to the bathroom, even if I don't have to pee that bad, I'll go.
just to feel
It's
your
on the other
legs,
side
right?
of the yeah.
Yeah.
Or now it's cold. Before I would like walk around outside or just try to not be in my seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sitting all day at a desk is not
I know.
good. And
Sometimes
I'm like,
I'm
I
like,
don't want to have a hunchback.
Yeah.
I'm so
know.
scared.
I know more. I mean, I have a flat butt to begin with. But I'm like, it's getting flatter. Just stand and just do some
Just
squats.
do some,
Like, okay,
just do some squats.
here we go. I'm in it. I'm
Get
doing
some
it. And then I
blood
sit right
flowing.
back down.
I know, right? Right back to the flat.
But I gathered some forecasts, 2018 fashion trends,
Okay.
because we want to be fashionable, right, guys?
Yes, always.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that a squeak?
My mic
Oh, okay.
squeaked.
The microphone.
My mic squeaked, yeah.
All right. So according to popsugar.com, this is what we should be on the lookout for.
Okay.
Checker print.
Checkered print.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they
That's not plaid?
No.
no,
Checkered is like, is it like the
Smaller?
black and white checkered?
like what you're wearing actually.
Oh,
no.
I see what
But
you're saying.
smaller.
But smaller. Okay.
Okay.
And-
Yeah.
I'm already on trend. Look at me.
Yeah, you are, girl.
I'm on trend.
And they suggest mixing it with florals.
Interesting.
Checkered
Mhm.
and floral.
I'm not
Mhm.
ballsy enough to do that, but
I don't know if I can
feel
pull
free.
that off.
I will play with that for sure. I'm looking forward to this. The next one I thought of Ingrid because I feel like she rocked this a couple of years ago, and maybe you still do. Fringe.
Oh, I love fringe.
I know you love fringe.
I love that. That's like
I
a
love a
fall
good
thing.
fringe.
And they
Yeah.
have like they were suggesting like these really cool fringe shirts. It's just like reinvented,
Yes.
and then these awesome fringe bags.
I love fringe
Oh,
bags.
I had fringe bags.
Yeah. The next buckle shoes. Big
Buckle
buckles,
shoes.
small buckle. Like instead of just having the one where you
Like
would
a
strap
pilgrim.
on, right? But having like larger as an embellishment.
That's cool.
Okay.
Kind of neat,
I'm
right?
into that.
I could dig it.
Lavender and soft shades of lilac.
I like it.
I mean, well, spring's a coming, so
That's a typical
Yeah,
spring
they're
color.
saying it's a change from last year's millennial pink.
Millennial
that was
pink.
millennial pink was big last year. So this
I
is
know,
like
I
all
have
that
black.
lavender and lilac.
I have black, light black, dark black in my wardrobe.
Yeah.
So
Well, you're wearing no black right now.
it's a shade.
Gray.
It's gray and navy.
50
No, I know.
shades
I
of
actually
gray.
I don't
50
have any
shades of
lilac
gray.
in my count.
No.
Yeah,
in
my
closet.
wardrobe is
I don't gravitate
black,
towards lilac.
grays, hunter
Navy,
greens,
some greens,
navy.
Yeah,
That's really
maybe some maroon. Maybe
like a
though.
wine color.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
But no, I don't have any pastels. I maybe have one pink shirt, and I never wear it.
Yeah.
So
The next is 60s floral prints.
Yeah,
These
I'm
are
into
dramatic
that.
colors and large buds.
I'm into
I
that.
love floral.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like
Florals-
my mom's yearbook.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It looks like it has all the floral
Right.
print. That's what I always think of that.
The next one, utility. Utility? That's the right word.
Mhm.
Awful, guys, with pronouncing words. Jumpsuits. Boyish and slouchy. Yes!
Okay.
I
I could
love a
dig it.
jumpsuit, and all I could think about was Victoria
Oh
from
yeah.
this past week's episode of One Tree Hill that we watched. Or two
She
weeks
was
Yeah.
ago at
rocking
this
that
point.
jumpsuit.
Oh, so good. The way she had it, that's what the model was wearing.
Oh, okay.
It's like rolled up and very like
Yeah, like casual.
Just
Like
a lot of
casual.
work to pee.
not like a fitted.
it is
yeah.
a lot of work.
It's
to
a lot
pee.
of work to pee. Like if you got to get like pretty much naked to pee, I'm not about it. It's a lot.
I know it is.
I'll wear it.
It is annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if you're at a party, you're like, I could open my legs and no one can. Like,
That's
you know.
true.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
Safe.
Yeah, oversized jewelry, which I feel like is
Yeah.
not really a change of anything.
It's always been around.
I won't be partaking in that, but
Yeah, I probably won't either. PVC overload. So like the
PVC.
clear plastic treatment pieces.
Oh.
Clear coats, clear shoes.
Oh my God. So 90s.
Yeah.
we can get Aunt's glasses, clear frames.
Yep. Daytime sparkles. I
Michelle
love
loves
that.
sparkles.
I
Yeah,
love
you
glitter.
love
So like, glitter sneakers, sparkle dresses,
I,
sparkle
I, I
skirts.
can get behind that. I
Yeah.
can get behind
Adding splashes of sparkles. And then the last one is fisherman bags.
What's a fisherman bag?
So like mesh carry-all tote bags.
Oh.
Mhm.
that. Interesting.
Which I don't have one of those, so I kind of want to get one.
I don't own
Interesting.
that. No.
No.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Very interesting.
Mhm.
I feel like
So there you go, guys. That's
fashion,
your forecast.
yeah, fashion definitely repeats itself.
Yes.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
But if we're like going back 90s, I'm fucking
I'm
living
all
for
on
it.
that. I'm
Mhm.
living it.
Give me the platform shoes.
Yep.
Give me the bell bottom jeans.
Give me the
yin
overalls.
yang patches on my
Yin-yang
jeans.
patches.
Peace
Peace
patches.
Sign
Give me the
patches.
tie-dye t-shirt.
Which is like, it's just really a representation of the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Right, which
It's
is a
just
repeat
like
of
a
that.
little updated.
Uh-huh.
So this is just a tiny bit updated from that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I used to shop at Lucky a lot. We used
Yeah.
to have a Lucky store.
Oh, yeah, I remember
and
that.
we got rid of it. But all of that was like kind of reminiscing of like 60s and 70s, but it
Bohemian.
was
Yeah.
like trendy.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's coming back now too.
They had great jeans.
Yeah. And you can get a lot of Lucky stuff at Marshall's, which is nice.
They have the outlet, or did they close that?
I don't know. I
Hmm.
don't ever go to the
I
outlets
never go there
anymore.
either. It's too far.
It's far from us, yes,
Mhm.
and it's also like a production. I also feel like there aren't any stores that I look forward to going to there.
yeah, true.
So I'm just like, don't go there.
I just order everything online.
Yeah, me too.
Again, circling back to the laziness.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave my
I
house.
don't like shopping.
What if there's
And
a
I
missile
don't wanna
strike?
take my clothes off in the winter.
I don't want to leave.
I want to be in PJs or sweatpants or a leisure suit. Like,
Yeah,
and
I
never
want
take
to
my clothes
fucking leisure.
I'm fucking leisuring.
I'm leisuring.
Did you watch Jenna Marble's video today with the,
I
the
didn't,
cat?
but my sister told me it's fucking
It's
hilarious.
really funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Michelle
watch
should
it.
watch it.
With the
The
cat. Maybe we
cat,
could watch it
her
after.
friend brings the cat in, and individually the dogs,
dogs
meet the cat. It is Peach's
How did the
reaction.
cat react in this
the
situation?
cat was just like, "Fuck no, this is not happening."
Yeah.
Like, get away.
Because she wants a cat.
And they're like, "This cat's just smarter than the dogs."
Yeah,
So like,
that's-
they just
well,
don't understand.
Her
each
dogs
other.
are not intelligent.
no, and it's hysterical. Little marbles.
They're so cute, though.
Yeah.
So funny. Oh, man.
Do you guys have shout outs?
I know mine is The Greatest Showman.
I know. Mine. It's mine.
My
too.
shout out of the week is The Greatest Showman. Liss and I and her sister saw it the other night. I can't stop listening to the soundtrack. It is the best thing ever. It's right up there with my love of Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
epic. And
It
you'll-
is so
you'll
good.
be seeing it soon,
It's
Michelle.
just
It's
tears throughout the movie.
The whole time. I could have really let loose. If I was by myself,
Yeah,
I probably
100%.
would have been crying the entire time.
100%. And
But
just
like not sad, just like,
No.
oh my God,
but
it's
like
amazing.
visually, it's amazing. The music is amazing.
It's like seeing a Broadway show in the movies.
And the acting was good. I loved the cast. Like, I felt that everyone filled their roles really well.
Yeah.
Like, Hugh Jackman was a perfect, like, ringmaster.
Yeah.
Zac Efron's character was really good. Just, like, everyone.
My sister actually saw the one who plays the bearded lady,
Mhm.
and she was in Waitress.
Oh, okay.
So she's like, when I saw Waitress, I didn't get to see it with her in it, but my sister remembers her, and she said that she was like out of this world amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So
Her
I'm like,
voice
good
is
for her. It's
Insane.
amazing. Yeah.
What movies did they show in the previews
they
with that movie?
showed
Anything good?
They
not
showed.
memorable
Usually it's like
things.
they'll show
it was
things
only
that are
like
similar.
2 previews too, because
Yeah,
we
it was
went
short.
right into the movie.
Yeah, I think there
Oh.
was only 2 or 3 trailers. One was about the boy who is in the closet, gay,
Oh
in
yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
That just released the trailer. Like it's like it just came out.
And I don't.
What was the other movie? What was the other
I
trailer?
honestly don't remember. I remember there being it was Hugh
was very short.
Hugh Jackman and the director
Introducing
the
Oh,
movie.
that's
Like
cool.
this is how you should see the movie.
Thank
This
you
is how
for-
we
yeah.
want- Thank you for
Oh,
we put so much
cool.
work into this.
That's
Mhm.
neat.
So maybe they took time to use that
Yeah,
and not do
I
the
like that.
previews.
They should do that with
I
all
know,
the
I
movies.
Can't stand the previews.
Me neither.
I
Me neither.
love
Especially if you
previews,
go, but if you go to
guys.
movies often, you see the same previews.
Right.
And you're
I
like,
shouldn't say
"Ugh."
that. I do like the previews. I think it just depends on the genre that I'm seeing.
Right.
Like Star Wars, all those previews, I was like,
Horrible.
but you know what? That's not my particular genre.
Right.
So I understand why
know.
that wouldn't appeal to me.
Right.
I love the previews, guys.
I usually
I
do.
get so excited.
It depends. Like,
And I love the moment once the preview's over and you look over to the person
You're
next
like,
to you and you're like,
seeing that,
that
not
looks
seeing that.
great.
Yeah.
Or, that looks so
That's
shitty.
awful.
Like,
Yeah.
you become
Which
a movie
I-
critic.
I always
Always.
do.
Oh,
You
me
always-
too.
oh,
I mean-
100%. And you're just like,
I was like,
I think
not watching
every
that.
everyone in Star Wars, Liss and I were like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Ready Player One. That looks
right.
very
Yeah,
looks
good.
really
that
good.
one looks
Other
good.
than that, I don't think
was it when we saw Star Wars, did they show the trailer for that movie that's completely quiet?
Yes.
Anxiety Town.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that should be called
forget what that
Anxiety
one's
Town.
called.
That's with John Krasinski and his
Emily
Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah. It's like
I think it's literally called like
Quiet.
the
Quiet or
Quiet House.
Listen. Is it Listen?
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. That
But
looks interesting.
That look. Oh, guess what I watched over the last weekend?
Oh, you did?
I watched it. I watched it. Yeah.
Watched
I watched it.
What'd you
The
think?
new one. So I was with my family and we were it was daytime. So we were
Okay,
like, let's
good,
watch a
good.
movie. And we were scrolling, and we see it. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just watch it. Honestly, I don't know if it was because the reason I'm scared with clowns is the original movie and
Mhm.
Pennywise like fucked me up forever. I jumped and I was really creeped out, but I wasn't as scared as how I felt when I saw the first one.
That's
Good.
good.
So it was very fucking creepy. Don't get me wrong. Like once the movie was over and it was dark and we had to go, someone had to go outside to like put the chickens in the coop, and I was like, I had to
Not
send my cousin
me.
to do it because I was like, I'm not going out there with fucking Pennywise and shit. But I was very proud of myself that I was able to watch it.
Good
and I
for
sat
you.
there.
Proud of you, Ingrid.
Thank you so much.
Have you watched The Room yet?
No, I don't know if I want to watch The Room.
Oh God.
I don't think you want
Listeners, I want to know if you've watched The Room. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you love to hate it? Are you obsessed and you don't know why? I just would like to know.
to either. It's called A Quiet Place, by the
A Quiet,
Quiet
Place.
Place.
What are they calling the movie with James Franco?
The Disaster Artist.
way. Yeah.
The Disaster Artist. That's right.
Mhm.
Are you going to see that now that you saw The
I
Room?
very much want to, but it's not really playing anywhere near us.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
They limited the.
Yeah, I don't know
didn't
why.
that they did
it was
that.
fully released and then it like a week later disappeared, which I don't
Which is
understand.
weird because he won.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Maybe it's out more now, but
Huh.
yeah,
That's bizarre.
That is weird.
yeah.
Oh, the cats are staring at each other.
I have a couple of shout outs.
Let's fucking do
please
it.
Go.
So my first is so I bought 2 things on Amazon. Speaking of shopping from the convenience of your home, a scalp massager.
Oh, those
Do
are the
you
best.
have one?
I always get them and then I always either break them or
Oh
lose
my
them.
God.
Or
That's like I had a back
But
scratcher.
It's only nice if someone else does
Does
it
it for you?
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Like
Oh,
when
I
I
love
have to
it.
When
scratch
I
my
do it
own
to myself,
head.
it's not as nice as when
With
someone
the-
else.
Can't relax.
The springy thing?
Mm-hmm. I'm telling.
Oh,
Have you had someone else do
Oh
it
yeah,
to you?
Aunt and I have done it to each other.
Right.
But I'll just sit there and I'm like,
But if it feels nice, but it feels better
If
when
someone else is
someone else
doing
does
it.
it. I don't know why, but
I also ordered, which I highly recommend, and I was targeted on freaking Facebook, got me. It was one of those like amazing things you can buy on Amazon.
Yep.
The scalp massager for the shower. And you use your
that
shampoo,
little,
rubber.
Mm-hmm.
It removes buildup so well.
Really?
It feels
Huh.
so nice. And your scalp feels super clean. I highly recommend it. And I think it's like $8
Interesting.
on Prime. So
Nice.
and then I want to shout out the butternut squash sandwich I ate last night.
It looked
Where did you eat
so
that?
good.
Pentimento.
Oh, Pentimento.
Where's
I've
that?
never actually been
In
there.
Stony Brook Village.
Yeah, it's like down
Oh.
Stony Brook Village.
Yeah, this butternut squash sandwich was on a ciabatta roll.
What made you guys go there?
I live for ciabatta
I was
rolls.
sitting like 5
Oh,
seconds
yeah.
Oh,
from
yeah.
there.
Sure.
Yeah. And it had like garlic aioli and grilled. I mean, not grilled. Pickled red onions
Oh my god, I
and
live for that.
arugula and like sharp cheddar.
Ooh, my mouth is
I'm all
watering.
about this.
Oh my god! I
On a
want it
ciabatta.
again. Like I want it so bad. That was like
sounds
one of
so
the best
good.
things I've eaten in a while.
That does sound really good.
Oh, and my last thing. Okay. You know, and I feel like it's the same thing when you finish a TV show or when you finish a good book. But I just finished a podcast, Heavyweight. Have you listened to Heavyweight?
No.
And it's with Jonathan Goldstein. And I feel like I've been reunited with an old friend because he hosted a podcast that I my first podcast I ever discovered in 2009 was
Wow.
called Wiretap. And then I refound that he's doing this podcast. And I feel like, and his friends are on it. And I'm like, oh my God,
Aw.
Jonathan Goldstein. I feel reunited. And it's such a good podcast. But season 2, I just caught up. And now I have to wait for season 3.
That's the worst.
So I'm like in this lull, like, oh man,
Oh man.
I want Jonathan Goldstein
Come
back.
back.
But I just,
You took
I love it.
my one shout out. We can share the shout out of the Amazing Showman.
You guys can have a list. It's just
Yeah,
been a
it
while.
is.
It's
been a
called
while.
it's called The
Yeah.
Greatest Showman.
That's what I said.
You said The Amazing
I
Showman.
did?
And you tweeted it too, and I corrected you on Twitter.
I did see that.
I did.
You wrote The Amazing Showman was so good. I was like,
Maybe
and I put
I meant it,
and
it was amazing.
I know, and I put an asterisk and I put greatest.
super embarrassed. My face is
No,
all red.
it's funny.
Why? I'm seeing it in my head. The greatest showman. And I'm not
I know, and
saying
you're saying
Well,
amazing.
you feel it's
Showman.
amazing.
It's,
Well,
it
it
was
is.
amazing. Well, okay, so my shout out's different. I'm shouting out the Amazing Showman.
That's the other one.
The Greatest Showman, and that was amazing.
There you go.
Obviously. But I also wanted to
Tee.
shout out Pixie by Petra, the line in Target.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I was unhappy with one product, but I also bought a set. It was like their glow set, and it was a glow facial cleanser, a toner, their glow tonic, and then like a deep pore mask that you do for like 15 minutes. Love that set, so highly recommend. I'm going to write a review on Target because you know, like when you want, when you like something, you don't like it, you want other people to know.
Yeah.
because
Yep.
that's important when I'm buying
Me
something.
too.
Yeah, you look at reviews.
And I was just gonna shout out Ulta because I've been doing like a shit ton of shopping there, and I had a gift card.
Did you buy the caboodle?
No, I didn't buy the caboodle. Michelle and
Do you
I've been
remember
talking about
caboodles?
buying caboodles.
Like in the 90s, like the little
It's like
caboodle.
literally like a hard plastic like thing you open. It has like 2 sides. You can put your makeup in like either side. You
Oh,
can lift up the tray.
yeah.
They're selling the old school caboodle.
Really?
And I'm like, I don't
I
need
just don't
this,
know where
but
where
want
would I
it.
put it though.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I don't
didn't
know
order
where
it.
I'd
You
put
just
it.
want it.
I mean, it would be good to like keep my everyday makeup if I wanted to like go into the bathroom and do my makeup.
Right.
But now I have a vanity, so I do it at my vanity.
Yeah.
right.
Other than that,
Oh,
you
my
know,
sister has one of these.
a caboodle. Yeah, it just it
so
But you mean like
reminisces-
the plastic
I had
one?
a humongous one. I remember in 6th grade, I have a huge, it was like a coral with sparkles in it. And I had so much makeup in there. Obviously not great quality drugstore makeup or like even like Bonnie
Yeah.
Bell, whatever it was.
NYC.
And I was like, I would sit down, I'd give myself like 2 hours in the morning in 6th grade and just like sit. I know.
Girl, we had to be at school at like 7.
I
at
know.
the
I
bus
just
stop.
would like sit down, like make sure I had like my me time to my makeup. I should have known
Guys,
that.
I only put white eyeliner on my lid and that was it.
Yeah, but I mean,
Middle
I
school.
only did a couple of things as well. But like in that amount, I wanted to like have like enough time to like really take my time and
Really
effort into
do it.
doing it. So, well, shout out to Caboodles. Shout out to The Greatest Showman.
There you go.
I can't believe I wrote that.
I know, and
I'm a-
and you never saw. I don't know if
I
you
know.
didn't. And I was like, "Tee, lol, didn't see it." Yeah,
Honestly,
I
I think
tweeted
I
it.
did see you say greatest, and I was just like, yeah, it was the greatest.
I just ripped my headphones
I'm
out.
dead.
That's
That's
okay.
funny.
Dense.
I don't know why this
I'm
thing-
going to put another. I'm going to tweet it out after this and say, just wanted to let you guys know I
just
saw The
kidding.
Greatest
Just
Showman.
kidding.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Why do I keep calling it The Amazing?
Oh, and since you brought up The Greatest Showman again, Zac Efron,
Zac Efron, I'm into.
cutie patootie. I also appreciate how his voice has changed.
Yeah, he sounds
Very,
great.
he sings like really well.
He's refined.
very much
and just,
so.
I just loved him in the movie though. Like everyone's always like, "Oh my God, Zac Efron." We get it. You're beautiful. You're
Mhm.
hot.
Yeah.
You're talented. But like he actually made me feel feels.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
very. But he actually just released a picture. He's playing Ted Bundy in a
Ooh.
new
He is?
movie.
Nice.
Yeah. So they hired him. I want to show you guys the picture.
Wow.
So he's going to be playing Ted Bundy.
Oh, that should be interesting.
So yeah, he wrote Meet Ted. You have to like zoom in because it's far away, but it's like he released a picture of when he gets caught, his like mugshot,
Interesting.
and he does look
Yeah.
like young Ted Bundy.
That's
like,
cool.
It's crazy. So it's gonna be very interesting to see.
I've really come to enjoy him as an actor.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I think High School Musical was more like my sister's time frame for like Disney Channel. I watched it as kind of like a joke when I was
Mhm.
older, and I do enjoy the movies. They're very
Yeah.
like fun to watch. And Drew Seeley, shout out to you for singing in the first one. we met you in Wilmington.
yeah.
But it's like he's just really grown into like this adult, and you're like, oh, you're really a good
Yeah, I
standing
enjoy him.
citizen.
Yeah.
He's very cute.
Yeah. But I highly, highly recommend The Greatest Showman.
Same.
Like I can't recommend it enough, and I'm seeing it again this weekend.
Yeah.
with my family because
Amazing.
I'm like, I need to take everyone I know in my
you
life
just
to see
want to
this
like
movie.
show like that's how much you just want to like show everyone.
You just want to
like,
gather
come
everyone together and be like, you need to
That's
watch
how I
this
was
and
with-
feel
with
feels.
Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
When I first saw it in the theaters, I was like, I'm buying the DVD, and everyone who comes over, like, this is what we're watching every
This is
single
what-
time. I made like 4 or 5 people watch it with
Yeah.
me, like for a whole week. I'm like, this is the best.
That's and the oh my gosh, the soundtrack has been on repeat.
Yeah,
Like you could listen to soundtrack without seeing the movie. And
yeah.
it's
The
still-
soundtrack's awesome.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, on repeat all day.
We're ranting now.
I know.
Do
But
you have your
The
shout out?
Greatest Showman. Oh,
That-
yes. You mean the shout out of the week? You mean
Our
our
person?
subscriber?
Yes, our shout out of the week.
Our shout out
shout
of the
out
week.
of the week. Before we do it though,
Mhm.
if
Yes,
you want to
please
be our
do.
shout out of the week, you got to go over to iTunes, find It Takes 3 podcast, leave a rating. 5 stars is always great. And write a little review, and we're going to pick your review and read it out on the podcast and shout you out. So,
Just reading this review.
Liss is now going to do our shout out of the week.
The shout out is from work wife Nicole.
Aw.
Hi Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
And she put work wife with 1,000,000 exclamations. She says, "Love listening to this pod with a heart. So much positive energy. Plus, Mitch is my work wife. Woo! Keep it up, ladies."
Liz,
Yes.
she told me today that she also did not know that WWW was World Wide Web.
Aw.
Nicole, can we hug it out? Can we hug it out? I'm serious.
She
though. That
started
is
saying
so
it.
funny.
She's like, I didn't know W. And I'm like, we talked. She's like, yeah, I know. I learned it on your podcast. I'm like,
Yes.
Oh my God, we're
Nicole.
educating
We
people
educated people. I feel so proud.
on the World Wide Web. Welcome. Oh my God.
This is really
so
like
funny.
the podcast where Liz says something and then Michelle and Ingrid teaches her what it means.
This week, it's called
This
The
week,
Greatest Showman.
It's the Greatest Showman,
Not
not
Amazing
the Amazing Showman. But like, it's so funny how like your mind just
Yeah.
like does a switch on
We
you.
all-
Like in my
I
mind,
know.
I'm reading The Greatest Showman, but
Yeah.
it's not
I-
coming out.
I do it all the time, even with texting you guys this morning. I don't know how when we were talking about the topic for today, and I missed words. I replaced words with certain. I'm like, I reread that. I'm like,
You're like, no sense.
they probably just understand me at this
Yeah.
point because that
We
was
just
not
know.
correct.
We just
Yeah.
know what you
At
mean.
all.
No, I mean that happens in friendship. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but then the other day when we were in the chat with Sam, and she literally said she missed like 5 words in between. I was like, yeah, not even I can get that one.
Not even I know
was
what
like,
you're
not
saying.
even I, and I could read her like a book. I was like,
You
not
can.
even I could. I don't
No.
know. I have no idea.
No idea.
No words. But
It
anyway,
happens.
happy hump day to you peoples.
Yeah. Happy hump
Should
day.
we shout out our Patreons?
Oh, yeah. So we
Let
do
me
have a
get that
Patreon
list.
page. If you are a fan of Riverdale, we have a
Yeah.
Riverdale mini pod show over there. So if you're a pledge, you get access to that. And we also, we throw up some stuff early. We do some bonus things. We might do some live stream soon. It's going to be a good time over there. And, supporting the show helps us keep it going. It helps us, just do our thing because it takes a lot of time to do these podcasts. We have this one and we also have Tree Hill Talk. So any little pledge helps and goes a long way. So we want to shout out everyone that is currently pledging. And if you want to, you go to patreon.com/ittakes3podcast and you can contribute over there.
And I'm going to read the names. Yep. I'll start from the bottom. We have Monica, Mandy, Logan, Nicole, Adana, Kendall, Gwen, Jessica, Chandler, Kelsey, Allison, Michaela, Teresa, and Letitia.
Wow.
You guys are the
Yay.
best. And
Thank you.
thank you.
You're like,
I was like, did we miss one?
I was
Nope,
like,
that
that's
was it.
everybody.
That's it.
Thank you guys so much
Thanks, guys.
for pledging to the show. Thank you for listening each week. If you love the show, let us know by following us on social media. It Takes 3 Podcast pretty much everywhere. And make sure to rate and review on iTunes. It's super
Yeah.
important. Helps out the show big
And
time.
our individual stuff is in the description as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
If
our
you
links
wanna-
are down
if you care
below.
about us
And if you like
individually.
wine, wink, wink, go down below. You'll find a link.
Yes.
$20 off gets you 4 bottles of wine.
Yes.
free shipping.
Free
to your
shipping.
door.
Enjoy
Bye.
our treat. Bye.
Bye, guys.